Good morning. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove, and I am up late on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday morning, but I got my trash out in time, and I fell on the top of the trash. I don't know. Sometimes I think my brain is faster than my body, and I was tired, so. But we're here with a little taste test. So this is the Nixie, which is sparkling water. Lime ginger. Now, strawberry hibiscus is the flavor to beat. So let's see. It just has carbonated water, organic lime flavor, organic ginger flavor, y'all. I have to scan this on Nixie. On Yucca. It's okay. But I would rather have my strawberry hibiscus. So that's still number one. And my mug for today is something my mother gave me. You are an amazing woman. It has a it'd be nice to have it on camera, y'all. And then it says, many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. Proverbs. And then it says it again on top here. So I love that it has a little lid. It's not quite big enough, but I think I'm going to take it to work. If I don't have mine in like one of those hot cold kind of mugs, then you always want to cover. Well, plus it makes everything stay better. So, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't leave my house until I've had my first cup of coffee. But anyway, now my lower back is tight. Ay, ay, ay. But anyway, and I got some of my recycling organized, and then I have a couple more bags to bring out. Now let's talk about this. This poor thing keeps falling over. Isn't that cute? My friend at work, it was her aunt's, and she gave it to me because she knows I love cats. It just keeps falling. I'm thinking I'm gonna let it go. Ouch. It's not exactly a replica of Clara. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start another 25 things, obviously. But I think it just falls over all the time. So maybe somebody out there's waiting for it and it needs me to let it go so it can go to its real home, right? Anyway, I got my Garfield sleeping shirt on. Y'all need a little Garfield in your life. Like I said, be very careful what I bring in my house, right? But I had seen someone use one of these things, but my mom got it, of course, from QVC. But I think what I wanted to use it for was to dice everything very small. And I'm not sure, I feel like it should have something that has little, like sharp kind of thing. I feel like I've seen it, but and then you take it and you push it down. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about. I mean, this looks like dangerous. It's called a handy hopper. Okay, one metal stand. Okay, maybe it didn't come with it. Y'all, I don't know. I'm gonna wash it. But I feel like I don't do well with things like these. But you know what? I'm just gonna give it. I'm gonna wash it and then give it to the food bank. I don't. I just even, where am I putting this, y'all? Where am I putting it? It's not what I thought. It's a slicer. I wanted something like, so it has those little tiny squares and you push it down and it cuts it, y'all. That sounds dangerous too. So it slices it. What do we need? Why did she get this? And julienne strips. I don't know. I don't know if she ever really used it. I guess to make, if I want to cut French fries, that's not going to do it. I guess it makes, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to let it go. Doesn't really say, it doesn't say not dishwasher friendly, but anyway. So there we go. How easy is that? Well, number 2 things, right? Ready to go, y'all. 2 things. That's interesting. Not what I thought it was. And then this I brought in. Again, like I said, I'm not bringing much in because I gotta let stuff go. So this is look at that, Simon Junin. This is classes and info. So I thought I'd go through this. So all these classes, Beverly and I used to go and take art classes. But I also have like instructions. So Susan Lennart Casimir is a great artist. A lot of her stuff was sold at Michael's, but I don't need that. I mean, a lot of this is just going to be recycled, y'all. So, did y'all have a nice weekend? This is the Twinkling H2Os, which I do like, but these are all the different colors you can get. Look at this. This is, it doesn't say what it's from. It's a class. It doesn't have her name on it. I don't remember it. Just different things that are going to be used in the class. This is very clever. But I don't really keep this just to throw in my art stash because I don't have enough. I have a little, this is my recycling bag for my room. All right, let's see what else we got. So this is for my art people. So maybe I should just go through this art junk journaling, but old Italian book. I can't even remember now. It's with copper mesh. See, yeah, the copper mesh stuff is a little harder. How you age copper. So it's interesting, y'all. If you're doing these kind of things, your teacher, put your name and the date and the name of the class. I don't know if you can, this is in black and white, but I know I have a book somewhere. The problem too is you just don't know. So a lot of this, y'all, I'm just going to get rid of. Exotic pins using friendly plastic. This is Suze Weinberg and yeah, Large Star book. Now here we go. Claudine Helmuth rocks. I would love if she watched my channel, but I know she doesn't. But she's a great artist, and I learned a lot from her. And we got to know each other a little bit. But this was Have Fun with Beeswax, adapted from College Discovery, which is her book, one of her books, Collage Discovery, by Claudine Helmuth. I think she doesn't have the date because, you know, that's fine. But that's smart. I love Claudine, but she stopped making art. She had a very particular style, and people started copying it, and you would see cards, and you think, oh, it's Claudine, and it wasn't. So I have her books. I really don't need that, but I love Claudine. She's just neat. Just like a, I don't know, an old soul. Okay, Claudine, this is, This is a supply list for revel in the unexpected. Revel in the unexpected. Yeah. Love it. So I might take this, but I have her book, so look at that. Star Book by Lori Goodson. Though it was hard, I'm going to let that go. I'm really, those kind of things, I can't remember what it looks like, but I can guarantee you, Lori Goodson. But see, again, she did it. And with her website. I'm so smart. Little something I ordered from here, y'all. Look at that little. Gammy box. You guys, I just found this. And I just put them in recycle. I'll have to show you because I'm like, what am I going to do? I knew they wouldn't make it in there. So, okay, Lori Goodson, Artistic Revolutions, did the Legacy book, and you use copper mash and all that. I'm not ever doing that again, but I enjoy doing it. So you kind of go with art classes, and then you're going to take something totally different, and then you have none of the supplies, right? So you go and you buy everything, and they're not cheap. And especially if it's for metal and soldering, that kind of thing, and then you really don't do it, so... Now, of course, I don't allow myself. Oh, Leslie Riley, y'all. She's one of the best human beings on the planet. Keep that. Welcome to the Window of the Soul. I still have this. Yeah, she's just so neat. Solving the Composition Conundrum. Look at it. See again. So she lived in Orlando. Got two of them. Keep one. Look at it. But I'm sure, again, I have her. Now, this is Robin Marie Smith, y'all, and she is, I love Robin Marie Smith. So this was the Three Sisters Vintage Journal. You guys, when did we take it? Does she have the date? Well, it said 2003. Now, that's what it looked like. I have mine. I'm going to keep this, but... So Robin Marie Smith, when we took this class, it was very organized. Exactly, you do this, you do this, you do this, right? It was like perfection. And she's trying to get a book for you guys, and then you, in theory, can go and explore, but she really has changed with the game. And now I took a class from her on Reels, which I didn't really understand, but she just evolved. She's really one of my heroes, and nicest lady, like so much fun. And it was a place called the Rubber Chicken, and yeah, so many, well, you know, you get some people who are loners and introverted, and you know, some teach classes, so you know, others are, you know, like I think Claudine is introverted and a loner kind of, but she, you know, you didn't feel that when you were with her taking a class, but that takes a toll on people. Anyway, so this is just all this kind of stuff. But, you know, one thing at a time. Welcome to Stamping 101 with Cassidy Jagger. I miss a Rubber Chicken, y'all. It was just a nice little place. You could take classes, and everyone was fun. So I know how to stamp, so I don't really need all this. But it's how you use different things. And now on the internet, you guys, there's just so many things. Like here is, so that's embossing, right? I don't know what that is. So you take like this embossing thing with a stamp, and then you put like copper foil or something on it. And of course, it's smart. It gets you to buy stuff. That's nice. So all these were her classes, so I can let that go. I don't really need it. And then there's a little pocket here full of stuff, y'all. So long ago. Now that was a rubber stamp. I think Beverly has it. Look at my cutting job, y'all. That's pretty good. That's got to, you know what? I'm going to put everything in this little envelope I want to keep. This is like, so you stamp the background, and then we mask this thing, right? That was masking. Look at that. That is quite, I need that stamp, y'all. I bring her with me when I'm cleaning the garage. Look at that. Mermaids Early On. That was a card. And here she is. She's embossed. right. It's gonna fit in here. It's like a little treasure trove, you guys. And this is why I want to look at everything. This can't go in recycling anyway. Another mermaid stamp. That's a little much. So it's all about a technique. Again, doing that, and then stamping something in the center. So yeah. Learn so much, and then like a little mask kind of thing. So maybe I'll keep this for the little things I find I might want to keep. I love these kind of things. Notebooks, you can keep everything in there. All right, another stamping. So yeah, like the basics you should have. Look at me. Checking them off, checking them off. And like some stamps I wanted. Yeah, so you do this. I mean, obviously, if you're not doing art like I am, but those who do, but whatever it is. Like, let's say you do jigsaw puzzles. Once you finish them, do you give them away? Do you keep them thinking, oh, yeah, I might one day, love that stamp. I might one day do something with it. So these are just little treasures. But I just don't need to have this, right? I thought, oh, we'll just put it in and I'll look at it one day. And I thought, nah, just some stamping techniques don't appeal to me. Stamping Diva. So this was with bleach. That was bleach. You know, it was nice not to be in my garage. And so, like, something I thought about, I wanted to share with y'all. And, you know, I know you're going to feel the same way. Look at this. I'm making a little thing. Is part of me is afraid to stop, like, to take this time I needed. And because I might not go back. And that's happened before. And that is absolutely ADHD is part of that, you know. But it feels like you're lazy, or I don't know. It feels like a choice when it kind of, you just move on, right? Because my whole house, I mean, really. So it's like I thought, well, in some ways you don't have a choice, right? You got to deal with the math stuff. And, you know, and I would say I'm 2/3 done. I am. But, you know, there's a lot more to do. So, to take a day off, I didn't leave my house. I didn't go that's why I got up early to get the garbage out, and I needed that day to goof around. I really did. And, you know, I really wasn't feeling great. I still have like a little low level, I don't know if it's anxiety. I don't think so. It's just a low level, like nausea. Could be anything. And I'm not assigning things to it. Just going to say, yeah, you have a little low level nausea. Okay. Just be careful what you eat. You might have some oatmeal for breakfast and lunch and dinner. But, yeah, so that is my thinking. And that's why sometimes I get afraid to stop, because I might not go back. But yet, that's the nature of life, right? You do stop. Sometimes you have to switch course and come back. And I think a lot of this process is just me learning to trust myself, me being good and kind to myself, me loving myself through all of the nonsense that's coming up. And there's a lot coming up. Some I can't even articulate with you yet. You know, it's so primal and painful that it still needs light and air for me to even start to identify or figure out what the heck is going on. I'm just trying to get my way through it and know that, okay, yeah, this is temporary. This is not gonna, it's not how I'm gonna live my life. That these things need to come up, you know, and you need to I think a lot of life is just being in denial and not understanding feelings or not wanting to feel the feelings and denying them. And then they get down in you and eventually something happens and they burst out like a volcano. But then if you don't take that as an opportunity to figure out why the heck was there a volcano, you go in denial again when you can, the minute you can. Hi, sweetness. Hi. And maybe you get to a point where the volcano is erupting a lot. Or maybe it's another 2 years, I mean, that's just the best way of thinking about it. And everyone, if you feel like, oh, sweetie, she wants to come up here, y'all. You wanna come up here? You guys, hold on. Okay, I made room for her, and now she's not gonna come. So that's how, we'll see if she settles down enough to come up. But yeah, so, and all that happens in a flash, right? And I watched this guy, y'all, I can't remember his name, but I'll talk about him. I really watched a lot of YouTube yesterday and puttered. There's a great book called Mr. Putter and Tabby. So, and he's just putter. That was Angela's thing. She was puttering. So a little this, little that, no real agenda, no real to-do list, just puttering around. Which, come here, Claire, come on. Which my brain's telling me, yeah, that's your whole life. Like, okay, no, it's not. I don't putter all the time. I'm kind, but this guy, he's got, I don't know, millions of followers, but he was talking about how you do well, like you eat well all day, and that last half hour before you go to bed, you binge, and you kind of undo everything, but you stay flat, right? Homeostasis, you stay flat. So you don't gain, you don't lose, and like plateau, I guess. But I was thinking about that, and self-sabotage and how you can be really smart and determined, and then you make a decision that undoes all the good you did, right? Like you don't shop, and then all of a sudden, all the money you might have spent those 2 months, you spend in a day. So I'm working on that kind of behavior and thinking about it and understanding it. And it's not fun, it's not pleasant, but it's an opportunity to move out of judgment. And you move out of judgment, It's like a constant practice, like showering maybe. Like you don't just say, hey, I showered, I'm done. No, you're gonna shower again and again. So maybe that's it. Choosing love and kindness to myself is just a practice. It's just over and over. Now it feels kind of special and like very important. And I think it is, but yeah, so just having a day off from, I'm like, you're in crisis, okay? What are you doing? Why? If you take a day off, you're not going to go back again. You're not going to get up tomorrow. You're not going to do what you need to do. You got to do it now. Honestly, this is what goes in. So, and there's been times, y'all, that's 100% the truth. There is a lot of experience doing that. But what I, am factoring in is, being ADHD most of my life and not even knowing it, right? That these impulsivities, these behaviors, this moving on. It's like you open a cabinet door, you get what you want. You don't necessarily, I'm forcing myself to close doors, but you got what you need. Your brain's on. It's like, I don't know. So I'm trying to make habits. Like how you drop something on the floor, I'm down the road. I got stuff to do. I can't. And then I come back and then I have to pick it up. It's like I'm training myself in that minute, that second. If it can be done under 1 minute, girl, do it now, do it then, right? Like shutting a door, picking up something you dropped. Honestly, my mom said you could walk over a dead body, and she's right, because I'm in here and I'm not present, right? I'm in my head, and my head is light years away. So yeah, I was just thinking about that, and you, my tribe who comment and support me, and and your comments really do matter. And I think, yeah, I was being hard on myself for, I'm not seeing the full picture. I don't see what I've done. It's like, I think it's like some women, who get plastic surgery, and you might get your teeth done. Then you're like, younger people who are lovely, but let me do this, or my nose, and it's never enough, because it's really not about that. It's how you see yourself with like a filter, like thinking of the haze in New York City, how almost sometimes I think like that, like I have that kind of haze, that I don't see, or in my mind, it's like, okay, so I have mid-level hearing loss. Maybe I'll do a GoFundMe to get hearing aids. They're expensive. So sometimes I can hear mostly, but there's a lot of times people are low talkers, and if they have a mask or they're whispering and that kind of stuff, I don't really hear them. I get the gist maybe, I think. I remember one of my friends, Sujatha, at work, we're on the desk and this woman's saying something and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what she's saying. And as long as it's not affecting like my job in the sense of what I have to do. But Sujatha said she likes your top. Or maybe it was Shruti, I don't know, but it was like, oh, thank you. Because sometimes you don't, when you ask people, can you speak up? Some people just cannot speak up. I'm like, can you use your outdoor voice? Well, no, they don't have an outdoor. It's a wild. Now I can lower my voice, y'all. I can. I work in a library, y'all. I've never been thrown out for being too, well, I will say in high school, true story, I've been thrown out of a library for laughing. And I remember it was Surrattsville at the time, which named after Mary Surratt's family. So that got changed to Clinton. And we were in the Surrattsville Library, as it was called at the time, because, it was the 70s, early 80s. And I don't know, y'all. I've been the same. My friend Mary, who's known me since I was 10 or 11, her sister and my mom were best friends. And, we met. And she's like, you were just the way you were when you were that age, right? But when I get going with the laughing, I mean, you all see me crack up. It's like, I can just start laughing out of nowhere. Something goes across my mind. There's things, my brother, I can say to him something and we'll both just start cracking up. It's crazy. But anyway, now where was I? Yeah. So I don't remember. Honestly, I don't. Oh, so I'm at work and, so sometimes it's a thing. I really need to do that. And I know, I remember when I went to the ENT guy, he's like, look, it's not, it looks like you're talking on headphones. I'm like, yeah. So it's not about vanity, please. It's about money. I said, it's not, like he was kind of indicating like, it won't look like you have hearing aids. Please, I don't care. I said, are you nuts? I said, it's just money, not that. Decisions were made that I was just not gonna, But I'll tell you this, the truth. Sometimes this right here bothers me the most. Like if I had money that I didn't need to, do fun things with or do interesting things with or, do things I need in my house. But then, okay, so it's temporary, right? But then, if this looks different, then what is it going to make all this look? So I just thought, what? If I had that money, I'd get facials and massages and just make my skin feel good. Because this all was done by the time I was 21. All that sun exposure and tanning beds and so, and honestly, when my mom got sick and died, I aged 10 years, at least 10 years, 100% 10 years. So yeah, this thing's gonna make me cry. Anyway, it shouldn't be this hard to be on my side all the time, right? So whatever that is, and we all have it in different ways. Sometimes what people are doing is applauded by society, like workaholicism or, being super, I don't know, that you get rewarded. But, so this is really all about digging in. And, I keep telling myself, you got this, you're strong enough to do this. You are strong enough to do this. You are a strong person. And now that I'm starting to understand my brain better, really, I think since the pandemic, I've really started to understand that what ADHD has given to my life, but taken. Or it feels like it was taken, what I've lost from having it and not understanding it, right? So, yeah. But, I thought, well, this is, if I had listened to that voice yesterday and not challenged it, like, okay, yeah, well, then I don't have to do anything because that's what I do. Don't have to go back. So marched down there, got all the trash out, organized the recycling, looked at like, okay, there's a couple things I want to bring in the house. Let me bring a couple in. Be very careful because there's nowhere to put stuff, right? So there are some books I love I'm going to bring in, but I got to let books go. And I thought, you can't go, this is a slippery slope right now, right? I don't need to start looking at my bookcases. But I do want to get back to doing bag of books for my garage or bag of books, my library bag, books for my bookshelf. So, because I like doing it and it's fun. So I'll probably do that. But yeah, so a lot of this, now I can look at this book and think, well, Tracy, You never followed up on it. Like, you took it and then you moved on. Yeah, I did, because that's ADHD. Now, there's things I love that I do incorporate, you know? Like, well, you're not doing art. Throw this out. You'll never do art again. Huh? Like, what? Honestly, but if you don't catch that, it's painful because there's fear attached to that. Does it all come down to fear? I don't know, but I don't want to be driven by fear, and we all are. You know, I hear, and I am, because like, okay, my friend's mom and dad, who are older and have major heart issues, just saying, we were talking, she's like, oh, my mom's calling, she's in Turkey, I got to talk to her. My thought is, how the hell do you let your parents go to Turkey? Crazy? But that's my fear, right? They love to travel. They just will deal with whatever happens, I guess, you know, or they're unaware that it could I don't know. She said her sister's there, so they're not allowed to travel like that without one of the there's 3 kids. So, but you do it anyway. And maybe I'm just someone who, because of life experiences, or, you know, I get stopped. I just think, oh my God, nuts. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. So, you know, trying to move out of every decision made underlining by fear of what could happen. But I keep telling myself, you know, you got this. Like, you're capable. Look at what you've handled in your life, you know, and a lot. And I'm here, and I'm a pretty decent human being. I'm fun to be around, I think, mostly, not always. But yeah, I don't know. So that's what I was thinking yesterday, and I thought, wow, again, my body, my mind, my muscle, we all just needed a rest from the garage, from thinking and doing this and that. We just needed, I didn't even look at my to-do list. I will look at that at work today and start, or maybe do a thing in the morning with y'all. But let me tell you what I did. So anyway, I'll go through this, but that's my thing about art is, yeah, okay, so you don't do everything, right? Not everything. You take classes, you explore. And that's what art should be, exploring. So anyway, I'm going to go through this and let stuff go, but it's like, this can either be, yeah, look at all the possibilities that are still in my life, or look what you didn't do, right? Again, it's that. And I think I might be a little bit more on the negative side. And I think because of the pandemic, it really unleashed not only me, a lot of people fear. Y'all, I mean, we move on now, but when I think about it, you know how terrifying that was. That was terrifying because we just didn't know. And every day you felt like you're going to lose a loved one in like a hallway, and they're not going to have help, or they're going to die alone. I mean, really. That is, I still think I'm recovering from that thinking. It set off a chain of, you know, no. You can get hurt. Bad things can happen. That's why moving forward with a roommate, and I don't talk about it a lot, but it's a huge step in faith for me. There's necessity, but there's also a huge step of faith. So that's why I'm working towards the faith of it all. Just to have faith and know that it's not about me. I'm resting in the arms, you know, of God and the universe, whatever you want to call it. We all have different beliefs, and you know, and I do believe there's angels protecting me, and my every ancestor I've ever come from, I feel like sometimes is in that garage helping me, like literally helping me or pushing me a little bit to go in. But I did not feel that push. I think the push was to rest. And yeah, so here I am. I've already done a couple things I wanted to do. So yesterday I thought I was watching this woman, like I told you guys, Downshift, SHIFT ology, OLOGY. And super smart lady. You know, in a world of YouTube, she's a little bit more, I see people I watch, like everything's white, but she has 2.5 million followers. So I think people, you know, it's restful for people maybe. But I made, but she's big on food prepping and clean, healthy food. She's gluten-free, and I'm moving towards dairy-free quickly. And, you know, thank God I found an oat milk-based creamer I like. Because, y'all, I used to have like almost half a can creamer, 5 sugars. So I've come a long way, y'all. I have like a tablespoon of sugar, if that, and then, you know, the creamer, which has a little bit of sugar in it. But I did some food prep. I'm like, okay, your kitchen doesn't have to be clean. You don't have to have done this and that. You need to eat. You need to have some choices, not a lot. So I went and I looked in my freezer. I had 3 hamburger patties, and you could see the one I showed yesterday's where if it's not sealed correctly, the air gets to it and it ruins it. Where if you seal it correctly, those hamburgers were fine. They were a year old and they were great. So I made taco meat. And then I have some romaine lettuce and another kind of lettuce. So I'm going to prep. I cleaned all that. So now what I'm going to do is make little baggies, and then I'll have enough for at least 2-3 salads. And then I have a bunch of peppers that were soft. So I cut them and added some onion, overcooked the onion a little bit, but roasted them in the oven. So that's all going to go well with having some taco salad for a couple days. I want to boil some eggs. Time. My Fitbit never seems to work. Drives me nuts. But anyway, so it's like I have my kitchen clock still set on the old time. But anyway, we're getting there. So yeah, so I'm gonna boil some eggs and then just have boiled eggs for a snack and then make some egg salad. So, it takes, and her thing is, I hope y'all watch her, let me know what you think, but her thing is, she preps different things. So she doesn't prep like, okay, here's my taco salad, here's my taco salad, here's my taco salad, all done. What she does is she makes taco meat, she makes rice, she makes things, roasted vegetables, she makes gluten-free breads, that kind of thing. And then she has choices, or a way it's kind of like the French. You have like 30 items of clothing and they just rearrange it. Anyway, I have enough for a couple days. I don't feel egg boiling in me right now, so maybe tomorrow morning I'll get up and do that right away. I watched how she did it. There's so many different ways of doing it. My friend Michelle would say, try the Instapot. And yeah, so, but I'm going to do that. But yeah, I just need to have choices. I have a couple of things left at work from Trader Joe's. We're supposed to get a new kitchen. So I don't know when all of a sudden we'll have to have everything gone. So I'm trying to keep it low, but like I said, I'm going to try to deep dive Yucca with you guys. So I need to download it on my iPad. So then I can talk to you and show you on my iPad. But yeah, it's really helpful, you guys. Really helpful. And Jules, was it you that said? Or Kayla Monkey. What's your real name? Is Kayla your real name? Anyway, said her child shampoo's a zero. A zero. No, there's choices out there. And you think maybe it is geared towards children and you're thinking this is healthy. You're putting it on your little girl's head. And the thing too is it's hot, it's warm, right? So your pores are open. This stuff is unbelievable. When you really start doing it, it's not that I haven't known, but when you look at this rating, like 3 hazardous chemicals, hazardous, not just high risk hazardous in your darn food, in your makeup. Like I have new deodorant, new mascara. I have about the end of one face thing and a couple others. I want to use them up while I look for what my next one's going to be. A lot of us can't rush out and just replace stuff, but it's awareness, right? It's like I get to that all or nothing. Like you're gonna throw everything out and start fresh. No, you're gonna let stuff go. You're gonna ease out. You're gonna be very careful about what you buy. I haven't been on it 100% since with like Trader Joe's because there's stuff I want. I did not. Now again, this could rate high because there's sugar in it and there's other stuff. But when I'm looking at this, caramel color right now, I can tell you caramel color is a carcinogen. It can cause cancer. Caramel color also, it looks. Now Bobby Flay's I watched one on lunch meats because I eat a lot of lunch meat. And again, caramel color. So he was doing healthy ones. And Oscar Mayer actually has a healthy one, okay, an Applegate or something. So I'm going to try them and see if I like them and not have so much lunch meat. But it's a go-to for me that is low carb, fills me up. So it's just a habit, right? And I love this kind of ham I get, but I don't love it enough to be poisoned. Can have it occasionally, but when you're eating all day long, you're just putting hazardous chemicals in your body. No wonder you feel like crap, right? No wonder. And then what they give you medicine. And this is her whole thing. She was having all these aches and pains and problems, and they would give her medicine and something. So she tried to deep dive and she figured out she had celiac disease. And they didn't even want to test her, like, because her symptoms weren't traditional, right? But she pushed them. She had celiac disease. So anyway, I know food is the answer to changing my life and my depression and helping my ADHD and all that. It's just a life struggle for me. But I'm educating myself, y'all. It gets harder and harder. Like that tres leche cake, I love it, y'all. I love it. And I shouldn't have it anyway because bing, bing, bing. I don't know. Do y'all have that? A lot of people don't. I'm pretty sure my niece and nephew, I used to fascinate me watching them eat. And they would just walk away from ice cream. Dude, you have, they're full. Their brain was like, say, hey, we're satisfied. My brain's like, let's go eat their ice cream before it melts. So, but certain foods, and tres leche is one where it goes bing, bing, bing. And I know Beverly and I talk about this. The minute we're eating something and we're like, oh, we have to have this again. Like, I'm not even enjoying it. I'm already in my head, how am I going to get it? That is something I'm working on. And awareness is number one, y'all. So now it's like, okay. But now I'm trying to check. So if I had never tried tres leche, it's a lot to make. But I've never had it, and I looked and scanned it, it was hazardous, I wouldn't try it. That's where I'm at, right? That is where I'm at. This, I usually try to get 3 or 4 because you can't, but it's got caramel color in it. So we'll eat it. Hold on. Okay, guys, so I scanned it, and look at this, even a little scan. It's like a peach, y'all. Okay, it's like a 7 out of 100. And of course, there's saturated fat. So there's just that. We know we're eating this. We're not eating healthy food. It's a treat, right? I have some canned peaches. I can make my own. But there are 8 additives. One's hazardous, caramel color. Hazardous. Y'all, that is just it's a game changer for me. But yet I'm still shocked that I'm just like no hazardous. Like I'm like, yeah, we'll eat this, I just won't buy it again. But that's the mentality, right? That's how I've been. So but it's a start. It's a huge start for me, actually. So yeah, really, she just makes all her own food. This Downs, forget her name, but Downs, it's a weird, I wish she, Downshiftology. Of course, she has millions of followers, so what do I know about a name? Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. And Bobby Flav, he was doing the lunch meat thing, so I have some choices now. And of course, you're going to pay more for not having that crap in it, but in the long run, I think it's worth it. But now you have a bunch of children, and you're making those bologna sandwiches, it is what it is. It's so sad that health is not affordable. It feels like it for a lot of people. So that's another story and another, thing. But all right, guys, I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to hop in the shower, get dressed, and just do a few things. And before I head out, like tomorrow we'll go over my to-do list. I was running to Whole Foods today to get that milk and some more tuna. I'm like, okay, well, let's wait. Let's have a little bit of our taco meat food. You buy tuna, you're going to eat it. So maybe Wednesday. Let's push it to Wednesday. And I do need to run to Trader Joe's and get some more creamer. I'm trying to have less and less, but yeah, I want my, you want your morning coffee to be what you want. I've already given up most sugar in it, and I've given up my half and half, so, But I do need to do that, and so a couple things going on, and then I have a 3-day weekend. And Beverly's coming Sunday, so we're gonna y'all, I have some stuff to plant. She got me a little cilantro thing, and I think chives, but I want to do and then she's gonna bring me black-eyed Susan, so I need to run water, so it's more so we can dig it up and put it there. And then I have to commit to watering because it's been such a drought, y'all. We've had a little bit of rain yesterday, but yeah. So so that is a task I have. Actually, she's coming Sunday, so Saturday will give me that day to do that. But yeah. So I've decided should I have my cleaners this week or next week. I might wait till next week and give me a chance to get stuff put away. I just vacuumed anyway. So we'll see. But yeah, these are the thoughts going on. Y'all, how's your day? It feels like Monday to me because I was off yesterday. But I know it's Tuesday. It takes me a while to, yeah. All right. You guys take care. And I'll be back. I'll be probably posting. I have like 4 more of the Christmas episode series, letting things go. And I have a Trader Joe's haul I did yesterday, the stuff I've had. So yeah, I got that. So there's some stuff coming up. And yeah, I don't want it just to be, well, me yapping, you know. I guess it's me yapping, but me yapping about something different. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you really soon with some Christmas that I let go of.